latest Sewmotion tutorial, I thought I would show you my favourite machine quilting technique of wavy quilting using my walking foot, which is so much easier than it looks. As you may have seen, I use this technique quite a lot in cushions, wall hangings, quilts. I'll show you a couple of them later on. But for now, let's get started on this Christmas cushion. So to start, baste your 3 layers, your backing, wadding and top together with curved safety pins, and then I use quilting gloves to give me more grip when I'm moving the piece through the machine, because you're going to guide it yourself. Attach your walking foot and set your stitch length to around 3. Starting at the middle of the top edge of your panel, spread your hands out flat and place them either side of the centre line. Now move the panel through the machine, slightly manoeuvring it to the right and then the left to create a gentle wavy line as you go. Sew all the way down to the bottom edge, removing pins as you go, but do not break thread. Leave the needle in the down position and lift the foot so that you can turn your panel around to sew the next line. Gently pull a little thread out so you can reposition the needle approximately 1/4 inch to the right of your first line. Lower the foot, position your hands as before and sew down the panel. This time you can mirror the first line in some places, so move outwards instead of inwards, or you could echo the line in other places for a little variety. When you get to the bottom edge, pull your panel through the machine as before and sew a 3rd line to the right side of the 2nd. Continue to sew lines to fill that half of the panel. In this close-up, you can see how I am echoing some lines and mirroring others to create this wave-like effect. Once you've completed one half, move back to the centre of the panel and repeat with the second half. Try to keep your hands nice and flat and as spread out as possible down that centre line, and this will help your quilt sandwich to remain flat with no puckering. When you've completed your quilting, follow the pattern's instructions to trim your panel neatly and attach a backing and binding, and your project is complete. As you can see, this is one of my favourite quilting techniques. I've used it on quilts, cushions, wall hangings, table runners, all sorts. It's quick, and if you do make a mistake and you go out a bit wider than you meant to and there's a gap, then you can fill it in with an eye shape, and it was meant to be, like tree bark. So why not have a go? Grab some scrap fabric and wadding and give it a try. I'd love to see how you get on. Don't forget, these projects are available as kits and patterns at sewmotion.com, as well as more free tutorials and inspiration.